Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at a really interesting narration script. It puts forward this pretty bold idea.
Yeah, the idea that becoming a millionaire isn't just about, smart moves and good luck.
Right. It suggests hardship, real suffering, is actually a necessary part of that journey.
Exactly. And the script frames this mindset, this approach to wealth, as seeing difficulty not just as something to avoid, but maybe even as a requirement.
So our mission here, for everyone listening, is to kind of unpack that, understand where this script is coming from, and maybe see if or how it connects to your own goals.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so straight away, the script uses some strong metaphors. Suffering is currency. Suffering is a forge. What's that about?
Well, the currency idea is basically saying that big achievements, like significant wealth, require a payment. And often that payment is struggle. It's the setbacks, the effort, the pain.
So you're spending your hardship to buy success.
In a manner of speaking, yeah, according to the script. And the forge metaphor builds on that. It's not just a cost, it's also transformative.
Ah, like heat-shaping metal.
Precisely. The difficulties shape you, strengthen you, make you capable of handling what you're aiming for. That's the idea.
And it doesn't just leave it abstract. There are examples.
Oh, yeah. It mentions things like, the entrepreneur pulling all-nighters, facing betrayals, constant fear, business failures, getting rejected again and again.
That definitely sounds like currency.
It does. And it also points to maybe more deliberate hardship, like pushing yourself hard at the gym, the physical toll.
Or just the general sacrifices needed to get really good at anything, I suppose.
Exactly. It paints a picture where growth comes directly from pushing through discomfort.
But the script makes a really important distinction. It talks about suffering with purpose. That sounds key.
It absolutely is. The script is clear that just, having a bad time isn't the point. It's about how you react, what you learn.
Right. So for the listener, it's not about saying go find pain.
No, not at all. It's more about when you inevitably face challenges, how do you frame them? Do you look for the lesson? Do you see it as part of the process?
So it's about learning and adapting through the hard stuff.
That's the core of suffering with purpose, yeah, making it mean something for your growth.
Okay, now the script brings in a quote from Andrew Tate. It says, you have to suffer. You have to suffer emotionally, financially, physically. If you're not suffering, you're not learning. How does that fit in?
Well, presented neutrally within the script's context, that quote seems to underscore this link between pain and attention.
Pain forces you to pay attention.
That's the implication in the script. When things hurt, emotionally or whatever, you're forced to focus, to figure out why, and to change, to evolve your strategy.
It's a stark way to frame it.
It is. But the principle the script seems to be highlighting is that comfort doesn't usually trigger big leaps in learning or adaptation. Challenge does.
And there's another interesting phrase, the animal waking up under pressure.
Yeah, that's described as the point where, all the excuses just fall away.
Like sheer survival instinct kicking in.
Kind of. It's that moment of extreme pressure where you stop procrastinating or rationalizing and just do what needs to be done. Pure focus, pure effort.
I think people can relate to that feeling, finding strength they didn't know they had when things get really tough.
Exactly. It's that raw, focused drive the script is talking about.
So putting it all together, the argument isn't just that hardship leads to the $1 million, but it actually shapes you into someone who can, I guess, handle being a millionaire.
That seems to be the ultimate point. The journey through hardship builds resilience. It builds problem-solving skills, the mental fortitude needed to manage that level of success and responsibility.
So challenges now might be building capacity for later.
That's the perspective offered, yes. That today's struggles might be the very things forging the capabilities needed for tomorrow's success.
Okay, so to wrap up, the script's central argument is that hardship isn't just an unfortunate byproduct on the way to wealth, but an almost essential ingredient.
Yeah, it acts as both the price you pay the currency and the process that shapes you the forge, fostering resilience, driving learning.
It's definitely a challenging perspective. Makes you rethink difficulty.
It certainly encourages seeing challenges through a different lens, not just as blockers, but maybe as builders.
All right, so here's a final thought for everyone listening. Take a moment to consider a significant challenge you're facing right now. Maybe big, maybe small. How might your perspective or even your approach change if you viewed that difficulty through the lens we just discussed, as maybe an investment or a forge or a moment of intense learning? Something to mull over.
A powerful question to consider.
That's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.